Hey y'all, on this Sunday morning, afternoon rather, I'm doing some laundry, I suppose, but just wanted to touch bases with you. I on the wait list for Lanier Rhine University for PA school. I found out last week a little bit early. They actually sent the email out on Thursday and said like they would let us know by Friday. So that was, a blessing. I got to, reach out to one of the young ladies that I met at the interview, Teresa. She was really cool. Um, and, made her day. So that was, a blessing. I've been really encouraged. I've had, supportive PAs that are in the field that have worked with me to do the mock interviews and everything like that. So it is definitely a process. Of course, I am still applying for this cycle, just in case I don't get in. But I would really like to get in because it just felt like it was a good fit for me. Small classes, um, the building is really small, so you can't get lost. It kind of puts me in the mindset of being at U of M Flint, not being able to get lost too bad. Anyways, life. So I really haven't talked too much about what's been going on with everything. So my mom, she was diagnosed with breast cancer in December, a little bit before Christmas. I found out when I came back from visiting my homegirl out in North Carolina. So I really haven't been talking too much about it. Um, it's the type of cancer that, like, I guess if you have a child after 30, something with the milk glands in the breast, it tends to, I guess, develop around later down the road. Um, and I'll probably send a link or post a link explaining what that is or what it entails. But it's not necessarily inherited, so it's just kind of, I guess, random, really. But she's really positive. Just keeping positive energy around her. Um, she actually just had her second surgery this past week, so blessing that has fully been taken out, and next month I believe is when radiation starts. um, I also am finishing up my last assignment for my master's program. It was a PowerPoint presentation, which I did extremely well. I thought I did horrible because the video the video recording was just a disaster. I was having to do it at work. So we picked Tuesday, of course, and usually Tuesdays is really quiet. Apparently Tuesday, because of the holiday, everybody and their mama showed up to work that day. So all the, you know, chiefs were there. People that just don't even come to the office was there. Now, mind you, I done prepare for this PowerPoint. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Mind you, now the room is now occupied, not with just me. One of my other coworkers who's doing onboarding this day also, because she's about to be out for vacation. So I'm like, okay, why is everybody here today? Like any other day, y'all don't be here. So, anyways, so now I gotta go find a contact room, which is a private room at my work, and now I gotta do this presentation. I tried to log into Zoom. That was a disaster. It wouldn't even let me log into my Zoom at all through my school account. So now I gotta like try to log in through my work laptop. So I had to invite myself so I could access, be able to log in or whatever. Because I needed to share my screen that had my PowerPoint. I couldn't do it from my phone. I could, but it would have been way harder to do. Because then I would have been having to like try to figure out how to click it and all that stuff, and that just So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like invite myself. So I did. I was able to log in to share my screen so that I could, get the PowerPoint presentation. For whatever reason, I forgot to hit the record button. So I done did this entire presentation, not recorded. So now I gotta redo the entire presentation over. Now, the second time that I did it, I did end up, talking a little bit more in the PowerPoint presentation versus the first time where I was like, due to time constraints, we're not going to get into as much detail. So I guess it was a good thing that I didn't record, because I did like kind of mention and kind of skip around the first time around. When I did the record, I was able to like talk about everything just about or close to it. I was able to stay like really close with my PowerPoint presentations, and I try to make the PowerPoints less wordy and more like straight to the point, like bullet points, so that it wouldn't bore my audience. Of course, I had to present to my preceptor and the team, so there was live of 3 folks on here plus myself made 4. And then I had to like send this over to my professor, which she pretty much said that everything was what she asked for. And so now I'm waiting to find out if I need to re-record this presentation, or if my preceptor is all good with it, then literally Friday would be my last attendance with the meeting. Of course, like, I've went above and beyond for my hours, so I'm thankful that I was able to get all of the hours that needed to graduate. I needed 150 and I got 156, thank God, in the last 2 weeks. And that is thanks to all of the meetings that we were doing for the kickoff, for the project, for different changes that was being made, doing trainings with the staff so they know how to use the new version that is rolled out to these different locations. And mind you, they have like over 38 plus states, I want to say, that they are servicing to their residents. They don't call them patients, but they're residents that don't have Medicare, Medicaid. They're paying out of pocket. So and they have like these loyalty points that they were trying to get together. They have what they call a crosswalk, which I interpreted as being a survey that they do during their intake or when they are getting ready to move in or move out. So it was a lot of different things that was happening all at the same time, along with other projects that they got going on. So just to be a part of it was amazing. And then I was able to like learn a little bit about Smartsheet, get to work in that, and save the data so that the other staff members could like verify, make sure that we had the right inventory as far as then who needed what, so it could be ordered accordingly with the shipments. So just to have that background as a health informatics graduate was pretty amazing, and to get hands-on experience and to see like behind the scenes of a project manager or a team that is coming up with these different processes for to make it easier on their staff. So that was cool. Oh, and then I got my little nails together because apparently we're doing a all-white party at the Detroit Princess today to celebrate my friend's birthday and my homegirl's anniversary. We celebrated some last night. We went to Sloppy Crabs. That was that's another story for another day. But these are my lovely toes. Not too bad considering I haven't had them done in a minute. But to say the least, I'm just thankful and grateful to be around positive people that really are supportive and really, aren't trying to hate on what I got going on or what I'm doing. It's funny because a friend of mine, had mentioned some details, but then was like, well, I don't know. I kind of left that detail out, and I was like, girl, we grown. Like, it's your life. You choose what you want to do. In my mind, I can't be mad at life. Life is life. Sometimes we life it. A lot of times. Sometimes we fake it until we make it. You know what I'm saying? But just long as you good, and you provided for, your family is good. Like, you can't really ask for a whole lot. This weekend I have been up and down in mood swings for whatever reason, but it could be because I'm overwhelmed with a lot of stuff that's going on at home with school. Trying to get into PA school, and that process alone is expensive. Yes, I got a master's, and yes, I did really awesome and well in the program, but that still doesn't say I'm awesome to that PA school, because every PA school, they want you to have a 3.5, 3, damn near 4.0. They damn near want you to have X amount of hours for, servicing in the community, having experience, you know what I'm saying? Um, I do telesitter, which I'm still, actively, talking to the patient. I'm just in another, area or another building, but I get to see multiple patients at the same time, as well as try to help the nurses and whoever is, you know, that person that's caring for this patient, making sure that, they're good, that they have the correct support. So, just to be able to like do that is definitely it's definitely some challenging moments. I mean, it's different than when you're in the field and you're taking care of the patient, and or you get hurt trying to lift these patients up. Like, they don't really look into like all of the necessary things that you are working towards, trying to better yourself, and all of this. So, to be able to share my accomplishments with y'all and the process with the PA program. When I say I was in tears and crying, it's been 4 years of me trying to get into PA school, and I have not given up yet. Now, mind you, of course, like, I did put a limit, like, after like next year or 26, around that era, like, if I haven't gotten into a program by then I will pursue my health informatics, because there are jobs out there for this degree. Now, getting the experience, that's another story. But to be able to be a part of it for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months or so, it definitely is a blessing to get that. Same way when I did my medical assistant, it was a blessing in disguise that I was able to do my training and be able to um, eventually get certified as a registered medical assistant. I've been certified for 4 years as a registered medical assistant, through AMT, and I can tell you I've had my share of being a medical assistant. I've had the front end, I've had the back end, I've had in between. I've done a lot of different things under my medical assistant. I've done urgent care, which I really like urgent care. I tried pain management, however, like, they mostly had me up front. So I really couldn't, do as much as I would have liked to have done. And even, going to the urgent care, like, I still was kind of limited because I wasn't certified, and, they wanted you to be certified and this and that. And so, trying to get the experience and the hours and the years and the time under my belt, that was a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Graduating in 2016, thinking I'm getting a job at U of Hospital, to the absolute disappointment of, I'm sorry, we gave it to somebody else, to maybe a week or two later, oh, are you still interested in this job? And in my mind, I'm like, y'all sent me a rejection letter? So I'm confused. Did the person change their mind? Like, what happened? And always being like the second fiddle to a lot of things. And then, eventually, like the employer or the person that, overlooked you comes back to you a second time and say, this person might actually, let me meet this person. Let me see what this person got going on. And, in my mind, I'd be like, why I can't just be the first pick? But, I mean, no person is ever going to be the first pick, because there's millions of people out here. So you'll never be like the first pick or the first person for everything. Sometimes that's just life. Sometimes they come back around to you and be like, something that you said made it interesting. So let me try this again. Let me actually talk to you and figure out what it is that you want. And that's fine, If you would have told me that when I was in high school, that sometimes second is best, I probably would have said, yeah, no. Yeah, if you can't pick me and I put in the work and I've shown you more than what I can do, then don't pick me at all. You know what I'm saying? So I was that type of person. I was the type of person like, don't pick over me and then want to come back to me and then say, oh, you might be pretty good, or oh, I don't know how I missed that, but now I want to like really meet you. I've only had, this happen in my life, I want to say twice, maybe three times, I don't know. But what I can remember, so I was, a part of the robotics team or whatever, and I did the web page. I would help out with the scouting team. I was also the cheer team. So I did multiple things, on this team. And then, along with keeping grades up and all of that. So anyways, to make the story short, I got the opportunity to work with General Motors. And, that's a big deal, especially you on a robotics team. Like, what? Now you about to get interned into GM? Like, this is a big deal. Oh my God. When I say I was trying to perfect this application, make sure I had everything that I was, doing, why I wanted to do it. And they sent a letter and said I was not chosen for the school year or whatnot. So instantly I was offended because I'm like, what? Like, what did you mean? Like, I'm a 3.5 or so in high school. Like, I'm on the robotics team. What? Um, and so maybe some months later, I think I got a call or something happened, and so they were like, "Hi, Miss Cheney. We were just curious if you're still interested in, wanting to do the internship with GM." At this point, I'm in too much stuff. I'm trying to work on scholarships. I'm trying to go to college. So, of course, I turned it down because